Hey, I'm Jens, and in today's video I'm going to give you a couple of very useful tips how to edit your images in Lightroom and go from here to here. Okay, great, that's the image we're going to edit today. It is taken at an exposure time of 4 seconds, a sparkler behind a light bulb. Pretty cool. The first thing we're going to do is cropping and rotating the image a little bit. Therefore, you can press the R key and Lightroom will offer you such a grid. When you press the O key, Lightroom offers several different grids, which helps you to align and bring the image into the correct position. I really like this grid because it makes it pretty easy to align it to a straight line. Let's do a little bit of cropping here, and that is okay. Okay, and what I really like at the beginning of my edit is checking the exposure. Therefore, I press J, and Lightroom offers us a view which shows which areas are over and underexposed. So we can bring down the highlights maybe a little bit until the red areas disappear. To be able to add a lot of saturation and heat to the image at the end of the edit, I have to pull up the shadows a little bit. This reveals one problem, because I've taken this image on the plexiglass plate which was too small and there is some light in the background. And I really want the image to be completely black. We can fix that by using an adjustment brush. Lightroom offers some presets. We can use exposure, for example, but this time we pull down the exposure and also the blacks. Then we can paint with a brush and remove all the bright areas. Now I'm going to bring back the exposure and we see if it worked. Yeah, that's much better, I guess. And next I'm going to use another adjustment brush, but this time I want to bring up the exposure. Because when we have a look on the reflection here, it is way too dark. So we're going to use adjustment brush again. And this time bring up the exposure a little bit and the shadows. And we paint around the reflection and you can see it is getting brighter and the image will look a little bit better. Yeah, that looks good. Up next, I'm going to remove the sparkler which is still visible through the light bulb. Therefore, we're going to use the spot removal tool. Let's zoom in a little bit. Pressing the space bar allows you to move the view again. And you're going to paint around the structure which shall be removed. If you're not satisfied with the result, you can grab the area which Lightroom creates here and move it around till the result matches pretty good to the rest of the image. Nice. And now the fun part begins, because I'm gonna add saturation and heat to the image. But first, let's start with some texture. I'm gonna zoom in again so that you can see what is actually going on the image. And we're gonna add a little bit of texture and a lot of clarity. Normally, I wouldn't overdo clarity, but on this kind of image, it just looks pretty cool. Let's make the image a little warmer and add some saturation. Then we go to the color section and play a little bit with the colors to make it look as if there's a lot of heat in the image. Color section, hue, and then we pull the orange a little bit down to the reds. And yeah, that's it. That's the final image. If you like the final image and this tutorial, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to know how I took the sparkler light bulb image, I got here a tutorial for you so that you can easily recreate the whole image. So thanks for watching, have a good day and hopefully see you in the next video.